but
Yeah,
Checkmate,
but
they
Checkmate are
surprised us.
playing way better than Beyond, so...
That's true. That's crazy. Like,
It's
they're a team I didn't know about for 3 weeks ago. I was like, okay, who are these guys? I saw some of the players, some of the names. I'm like, all right, okay, I've heard of Kaz. I know this guy. And also, I love this camera angle. We don't see enough overpass. We don't see
you
enough
don't.
vertigo in PAL
You
2020
don't.
fall.
We see
I hate it.
we see all the other maps, mainly Mirage, mainly Inferno. But we never really,
I,
or Nuke's a pretty well play, like a map that's played a lot in
which is
Asia, which is kind of
crazy.
weird, yeah. But
Yeah.
we don't see much overpass, and I feel like if an Asian team learns overpass to a good extent, they're gonna have fun on this map. You could be aggressive on the CT side, you could be super aggressive on the CT side, super aggressive on the T side. This is a map that would suit so many of the teams in this tournament, and I don't understand why it's not played as much. Maybe it's just complicated. Maybe it requires effort, and
It
sometimes
is.
teams don't really do that.
I have to agree. I feel like there's one of the maps like a nuke and like a train, which does require way more variations on a CD side or T side. Like you need more setups and whatnot. But I feel like that's something a team like say Beyond, maybe ViCi, and all these guys would be looking to bring out more often, right? Which ViCi does. Unfortunately, Tyler just keeps winning it. Doesn't matter what. Just keep pushing aggressively and taking them down. But I do believe we have almost all the players ready here. I'm more excited about the next game because let's be real. Let's try to paint a picture for this particular matchup. Yes, it's a must-win game for Beyond. If they lose this, they're not qualifying. They don't have enough points because either
Yeah.
Sigma or Bren are going to get 12 points and Beyond's going to be knocked down to the 7th or 8th position. So if Beyond, if they lose this, they're done, right? But if there was ever a time, Dinko, for them to finally break the curse of beating a top-tier Asian/Chinese team, now is the time. Today's the day.
The problem I have with this though, Blatt, is how many times have they come close to beating a top Asian team or a top Chinese
So
team?
close.
So close, so many times, especially at the start of this tournament. That's when they're fully confident. That's when they're at their best, right? Then they lose to some teams they just shouldn't have any business losing to. That's going to destroy their confidence. So now we have Beyond tournament life on the line, a must-win game against ViCi. Their confidence shot after losing against some teams they should never lose to, and they've never been able to beat a top Chinese team. So you add that all together, and we get a 2-0 for ViCi.
Oh, I mean, ViCi did lose to a Mongolian team we didn't know about 3
But
weeks
that
ago.
is
So
true,
anything can
but
happen, Dinko.
ViCi, they seem to... That was the only game that we've seen them ever drop to like a team that's a little bit below them, right? That's an underdog match that we never see ViCi lose to underdogs. It's weird. So obviously they're in a weird spot right now, but they've just got so many good individuals across the board. Like Olivia can definitely take the fight to them, but he's not going to be enough against the likes of Kaze, against Jam Young. Yeah, and I don't think we see two slower days in a row from Jam Young. Jam Young still had a good performance yesterday. That's something people need to realize. ViCi didn't play terrible yesterday. They just got outplayed. That's the thing. ViCi did not play badly. You take a look on the first map, there was individuals stepping up across the board. The scoreboard looked pretty normal. It's just, it was a massive performance from Checkmate. We've seen 69 kills between two players on one map. And that is just incredible from Checkmate. So that was definitely more of a good performance, I feel, from Checkmate and an underperformance from ViCi. So that's why self-confidence coming into today. Said I didn't believe in them make the final. I still don't, but we'll see how this goes.
Well, I don't know if you guys can hear on the broadcast, but you can hear my neighbor's dog just barking. He's excited for this game because I sure am. Olivia's gonna find 2 kills. Unfortunately, one of them is SDK. He finds Advent as well. But yeah, all things kind of equal as a 4v4. But look at where the T's are. They're already inside the side, bombs down. It's a 4v4. Meryl's realizes he's going to get hunted down. It's a good read from him, but they're not going to stop anytime soon. They're going to continue to push, and Meryl's doing a pretty decent job trying to stay alive. In the end, he faces, and that's going to be him getting taken down. Now, Zoking and Kaze are kind of low, and Olivia's going to find his second kill. It's 3v3. They don't have a kit, but a nice tap from QQ makes this a little bit more easier. Jam Young, he was comparatively a little quiet yesterday. He's going to be found out, and it's all on Zoking, hiding in the corner at the edge of the smoke like a wraith. He's going to pounce on them in a 2-quick 1v2 clutch coming out from Mr. Zoking. And ViCi, well, they take a curious pistol round. That was... that was funny.
Yeah, it was a pretty scrappy start to the pistol round, but ViCi, they managed to pull it off. This was probably
unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like Olivia probably could have done even more for the team there. And that's what's going to be required of them, I feel like, here for Beyond. And, I mean, you can't really deal much with Zokeen just pulling a clutch off that like that. But it is going to be a 5-man setup over towards the B-bomb site here for Beyond on the USPs. ViCi looking to start things off with the SMGs. They've got a MAC-10 in the hands of Alman. Advent with an UMP. There has been sort of questions surrounding ViCi whether or not this is going to be the roster sticks together for a while. I don't know. I feel like they'll be reluctant.
Twitter
I did read that
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of the guys who replied, Henry, he's heavily involved with the Perfect World. He does a lot of adminning and whatnot, and he's like very well involved in the Chinese scene for a lot of years, and he also speaks excellent English, mind you, for a native Chinese, which is so impressive considering that I can't speak a word of Mandarin, apart from ni hao or ni howdy, as Trace would probably say.
Sure.
And there we go. There, my word, Dinka, you're a man of culture. But the thing with this line, from what I heard, is that Advent he just seems to want to remain as an IGL, right? Which is great. He supposedly plans to retire from IGLing in 2021. The interesting thing is what he mentions about the culture when it comes to Counter-Strike in China, where basically it's interesting. It's how people are willing to learn, but people aren't willing to teach. There is an inability of the veterans when it comes to teaching or kind of explaining how Counter-Strike is supposed to be approached, which is so weird for me to really understand. Like for someone like Advent, for example, right, who's been around for so long, and don't get me wrong, the guy has a very good brain for the macro aspect of Counter-Strike, even the micro things when it comes to Asian CS or CS in general. You gotta understand, this is a guy who was able to knock out North. We're struggling, true, but they were able to qualify for the major, taking on some CIS, some EU teams as well. He's got a good brain, a very healthy Counter-Strike brain on his side of his skull, but it's just that he's not able to kind of transfer the knowledge to the younger players, which is so insane for me. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think the CS scene in the UK has had a bit of a similar problem. It's like some of these young, we had the older players back in SOAS, some of them good in-game leaders, obviously. But when we moved to CSGO, I feel like no one really passed on the torch or passed on the baton, right? It was just kind of, you're left in the dark, figure out what to do on your own. And we've got a few players now coming through, Mezzi over in C9, we've got Smooya as well. We've got some UK players, but there's no one that's really tactical, right? There's no one coming out of there that looks tactical. Well, STK, that's a nice lineup. 3 kills coming out of nowhere. Jam Young, Zoking, and Kaze brought down with 1 foul swoop. And that's exactly what you want to see from STK as he goes forward for a 4K. Advent bowling. What a round from Beyond, and in particular STK. But what are ViCi doing there?
How does he get 3 kills? Yeah, that should never be the case. 1. Maybe
Did a flash
2.
come around this corner? No, utility.
No.
0 utility used up to clear this close corner. That's unlike ViCi, but fair enough. STK takes all of his opportunities.
A player who we sometimes point fingers to, maybe not as often as we do towards QQ. But good to see him getting off to a good start here. Again, this is a map pick from ViCi. A map where they have been, they've struggled against Tyloo. But they have put up numbers, so they're going to be feeling still very comfortable. Interesting how ViCi, they win the pistol, and Beyond, they went for the full eco. They lost, what? Did they lose 1 player in the second round? I think that's all they lost, and they're forced to go for an eco here. Beyond not going for the second round force buy, and panning out for them. They don't lose a single player in that previous round.
Oh, Olivia.
Oh, what? What?
Jam Young's found a teleporter.
Wait, what?
He's found a teleporter, Blair. He's right behind him, and now a couple of kills coming in for ViCi. Followed up. Zoke takes down King TZ.
They got Glocks!
They got Glocks, Blair. It's Glocks all over again. It's Sigma back on the server, but QQ, he's going to try and recover this for the team. They desperately need to pull this back. We just talked about Beyond. The fact that they didn't lose any players in the previous, but they are losing to Glocks in this one. And that's it, Blair. 3-1. ViCi Gaming. They win on the Glocks, and if that doesn't make you side with ViCi Gaming in this one, I don't know what will.
It's too early in the morning for a full Glock win. How did this How did he sneak in
He went
behind
long.
them?
He went long. Look at them all
I
coming out
know.
long. There's
I
no
didn't even
one there.
notice.
There's no
I
one
didn't even
there.
notice,
They
Dingo.
just walked up long. No one's watching long, of course. They just walked behind them. Jamie Young, he finds a teleporter. He gets right behind them, and oh no, it's a nightmare situation here for Beyond. They've got a buy coming back into it. They have a chance to recover themselves and redeem the round here. I probably used those words the wrong way around because it's early in the morning and we've already seen something that's brain breaking. Oh, okay, and TZ not too far off getting that kill. He will have to fall away back into the B bomb site. A couple of shots coming through these walls, and all right now, ViCi
How could it
Gaming.
not have? I'm sorry. Like, how could it not have anyone
So
spotting
dumb.
towards long?
STK held long in the previous round, gets 4 kills. This time they don't put anybody that long.
I mean, considering the speed at which Jam Young arrived on the site.
Yeah, but they didn't even hear him. So I don't know how that. I don't know how he gets right behind him with a Glock without him hearing. I want to look at that back because I didn't really notice. I was preoccupied with middle. And while KTC and QQ, they're going to take a couple of kills and they're going to try and pull this round back for Beyond. He might just be able to do it. Look at KT's position. He's got a chance here to try and win this round. 37 seconds still on this timer. And ViCi now moving forward. Low HP on Alman. Low HP on Kaze. And they have to go for the bomb plant. And Kaze runs into the open with it. Now it's just Advent. He's not going to win the clutch. What a round from KTZ. 3 kills. And what a scrappy game of Counter-Strike we've got on our hands to start things off, Blair.
I don't even. I'm actually taking a look at the Twitch stream with the replay of that round to see what really transpired and how much of an investment ViCi made. They bought 1 flashbang, Dinko. They didn't even use it. They didn't even use the flashbang. Oh my god in heaven. This is so crazy. Like, I'm still recovering from that round, Dinko. Overpass is a map where you don't usually get blocked like that. I didn't even notice on the mini-map. It's just... ugh.
Still just thinking back to that moment, but you know, ViCi haven't capitalized on the opportunity, if that makes you feel any better. But they're going to try and reply in this back and forth game of Counter-Strike that we've got on the server right now. And Soaking, they get a good opening. It won't be Jam Young following up, but KTZ and May rolls, they can only get 2. So man advantage in play here for Beyond. Olivia and STK trying their best to get back in, and STK nearly gets the double, but it's Alman and Kaze in a 2v1. The star player of Beyond still available here on the server. 100 HP to his name. A chance to win the round here. Kaze peeks into the open, but now Alman has repositioned, quickly finding the headshot on a 4th round for ViCi Gaming. A nice recovery from them, and that does put the money in the bin for Beyond. And, you know, this back and forth that we've seen established at the start of this map, that's never going to favor the CT economy. The CT economy is going to be in the ropes. It's going to be dead in the water for the next couple of rounds here. And ViCi, well, this is their chance to grab some sort of control over this.
Oh, yeah. And it was a little expensive, though, but considering the money right now, there's no point going for the Force, what I was about to say, but no, the Force is going to be coming in. MP5, MP9, pistols. And ViCi, well, I mean, they've had almost everything go their way, Dinko, apart from a couple of rifle buys they lost, one of which was completely their fault, the way they just walked into SDK's M4A4 and gave him 4 kills. I think I'm heading towards long once more. At least this time, Beyond have SDK with the Deagle. It's going to be just jump spotting. The problem is, even if they do spot them, it's going to be very hard for him to keep them at bay. Utility-wise, no smoke for Mr. SDK. He's got Olivia playing up close. He has a smoke and a flashbang, but he's kind of in a contact position. They do at least have KNTZ heading back towards the A bomb site. But here comes the smokes, and it's going to be Olivia. Advent's going to out-duel him, something you don't see that often. And SDK blinded at the back of the bomb site, and unfortunately, he just gets a couple of body tags, and Jam Young with a little bit of a wall bang as well on the QQ. Okay. If I'm Beyond, and just go for the save. Yeah, your money's non-existent. You're gonna have to go for an eco anyway, and you have a little bit of some weaponry with which you could try and work with into the next round. But yeah, ViCi, they're gonna get off to a fantastic start, despite a couple of hiccups. It's gonna be 5-2.
Yeah, it's an important round for them to win as well. ViCi desperately need to grab control of this one early on because it was wild. It was a wild start. We've seen clock wins, some pistol wins, we've seen rushes back and forth, but finally, a little bit of normality on the server.
The good thing is I have my Asian CSGO clip of the day very early in the morning.
You got that one out of the way. It took a while to get one yesterday. Got a screenshot instead.
Yeah, yesterday wasn't bad actually. Like it was some pretty teams like pulling off upsets like that. They need to play good Counter Strike. They need to play some solid CS. That's exactly what we saw, right? We saw Checkmate playing the game of their lives. It's but the map of their lives, if you ask me, on Nuke, where they just completely destroyed ViCi. So very impressive. But looks like normal services have resumed, as we do have round number 7. Going to be another stack taking place here towards the B bomb site. And off the opting to head on back. 30 seconds, nothing shown. With a minute left on the clock. As ViCi, they're taking this very, very slow, very, very passively, looking for the push, looking for the aggression, and then they go for the hit, the execute towards B, and the timing couldn't have been better, but it could just be a ruse, Dinko. It could all be.
Oh, well, so King. Short at middle, looking for these shots. It's going to be Advent taking down his own teammate. Advent coming back in with a kill on the STK. And it's a 4 versus 4. And well, Kaze takes down KTZ in reply now. 4v3 ensues. Jamyang trying to make his way out along. Mayros is stuck in the corner. He'll eventually fall. Jamyang takes him away. 2v4. Olivia and QQ trying to pull it off here for the team. And it's not going to be happening, surely. It should be 6-2. Absolutely no problem for ViCi. QQ dives forward, but Jamyang takes him away. And he'll find the follow-up as well.
Well, it looked a little scary there. But it does work out in the end. And yeah, this map's already looking a little grim for Zoking. A lot of TK is taking place very early in the day. And I guess Meryl's is waiting for the flashbang, which never arrived. Instead, the only thing arriving was Jamyang's AK-47 bullets into his general direction. The buy is going to be coming in once more for Beyond. No AWP out. The money's still not looking that great. A double pull towards Connector. They have Olivia floating towards bathrooms. I think they're kind of paranoid now. Nice nade though. QQ down 55 HP. E bomb side. It's going to be the contact play. Zoking. Oh, that's an instant shot on the QQ, who was kind of low. Meryl's needs to do a lot, Dinko, but he can only find one. Now, the bomb has been spotted. It's been dropped. STK is aware of this. Can he reach there in time, though? As Admin's going to come pushing, taking the fight. That was weird from Admin. He could have waited for a couple of seconds for his teammate to arrive. And now, it's all on Jamyang. 1v2, bomb down. Still has a lot of time to work with. The problem is he doesn't know where the second CT is.
He can definitely win this round. The problem is the bomb. He's got 48 seconds, so if he's going to attempt this round, he's got to go through connector. He's going to take his time, walking through the bathrooms. 38 seconds, not a whole lot of time to waste. He has to go down the connector straight away, start taking these fights. I'm starting to really wonder if it's even possible now, but he's taken so much time to get here. There's only 30 seconds left, and I would just save if I was Jamyang. You're not winning this round. Given the money, maybe he can just go and try and take a couple of players down here, ruin that economy for the CT side, and not going to work out. KTC has a better position, and that's going to be a third round for Beyond. Get the rifles out, they get another round on the board. At least that's something. Not going to be lying down and dying just yet.
Good entry from Zoking, but yeah, the bomb being a little too late and the drop from SDK. Great work from him. Good work, good spacing from Olivia as well. Not allowing the C4 to be retrieved. And yeah, despite Jamyang trying to be sneaky, going for the long route, doesn't quite pan out. And Beyond, 6-3. Again, got to remind everyone the money is still not that great for Beyond. We have the auto shotty in the hands of SDK. Rest of them M4s. The flames are going to force him out. He's in the flame. He's burning alive, Dinko. And Zoking's going to deal the final blow. least it's just the alligator taken out of the equation, so I don't think they're going to be too worried. Zoking is going to be facing Olivia, instantly finds the headshot, and Zoking, 4 HP, but has done his job. 2 kills for him, and now they have to go for a play. They need to find something, some information, some kill for Beyond. It's 3 to 5. They're very isolated as well, and it's going to require like a multi-kill hero round from one of these players to make it work, and it's not happening. Dinko KNT is going to be found out. Jamyoung's just going to hold W. The round's done. They're just going to have to go for the save.
I don't know what about you, Blood, but I kind of feel like ViCi are just showing the early signs of just outclassing Beyond right now. Beyond don't seem to have that same fire we've seen before. It doesn't feel like they're competing as much as they used to against ViCi. I don't know. I don't know what's happened. Like, they've just completely fallen off. Like, what has happened to Beyond?
It's also, I don't know. It's also like, I remember watching some of the Thai teams play. It's like if you're playing a map which is your opponent's map pick and you're not super comfortable on it, or you haven't played it that often, you try and be a little aggressive, right? You try to kind of throw a curveball and be unpredictable, make it uncomfortable for your opponents, and that is just a beautiful round, flawless round. Meryl's just got wrecked. He knew exactly where he was as well, and Zoking with an impressive 3k. Maybe you saw my tweet. I was like, get Zoking out, get Ronin baby, and it's like, yeah, all right, I'll show you. I don't think he's got a Twitter account, but
the thing is with Zoking, he has these performances every now and then, like per map, that he'll just show up and have an excellent map, but it's the consistency with Zoking that is never really going to be there, mainly because of his role, right?
His role, exactly. And I don't know if many of the younger players will be as, as willing to go in and die.
Definitely not.
Right? They want to be the star players. Zoking's the guy who's going to run in, give the information to someone like Kaze, and enable that opening, right? Even if he does get taken down. He's also, from what I understand, very, very impactful in the game when it comes to mid-round calling. He supposedly gives a lot of mid-round calls alongside Advent, which I know some people might be like, but that's not a big deal. There can be a lot of players who can chime in, but it's a very cultural thing. In Asia, since, it's never been, like, the cerebral approach to Counter-Strike has never been given much of an importance. It's more about how good you can aim, which is why you have these insane fraggers. But when it comes down to it, even someone as tenured as Kaze, they won't really communicate much, which is... It's weird. It's a strange... I guess it's a cultural thing as well.
This kind of focusing on their individual performance, I guess. And Kaze is going to get that smoke down and the bomb following in behind it. Zoking now looking for these players with the AK. He's going to line one up. Oh, God, this is risky, Zoking. Can I get a second? Oh, he's run out of ammo. QQ. He'll take him down, but Jamyoung was immediately there to trade away, and he will get 2 before falling himself. And now it's just Olivia, and he will crumble. I love how ViCi are willing to just throw away their rifles. They've got so much money, they're actually willing to hunt the USBs down just to get the kills. And while 8 to 3 on the board is ViCi, already winning the half by a minimum of 1. Beyond haven't shown us anything on the CT side to give us confidence. I feel like ViCi are probably going to get at least 10 rounds here at the half, Blair.
I think it'd be an understatement, and I really feel I'd be very surprised if they don't get to 10 rounds. This is looking rough. Beyond, yeah, they got a couple of rounds. Again, it wasn't convincing, was it? Apart from the SDK sprayed on, which is great. Oh, it's a straight-on B hit, Dinko. Merald, he's blind, he's burning alive, and he's going to push out through the smoke. Unfortunately, Advin's going to catch him. At least the opening kill goes the way of KNTZ, but they're going to be forced back. Incredible, great utility usage. Molotovs being deployed, smokes towards heavens. Bomb yet to be planted. It is finally going to be planted now. That Molotov's not going to do much. Retake on all 4 players coming in from pretty much the same position, apart from the 1 player towards the door, and the nade doesn't do any damage, but these are some pretty decent postman positions. It's going to be very hard, but it is doable here.
Well, it's going to be Advent with a kill. KNTZ taking one away,
Okay,
but look at that Advent. That is disgusting. 4K from Advent. Come on, ViCi. This is just doing it to them now. Beyond just getting embarrassed, left red-faced. Advent shutting them down. 9 and 3. ViCi Gaming having a great time right now. And if there's any questions about whether or not Overpass was going to be a good pick from ViCi, well, you can see how uncomfortable it's made Beyond, right? They're just not used to playing on this map. That's nice from Advent.
Advin's
Who's
definitely
on Advin's PC?
I don't know. I don't know. Is Freeman back? Is like Advin calling, you know, as a coach, and is Freeman playing, or is Advin put in like crazy amount of hours in deathmatch or something? Because that was sharp. And again, it's not just criticizing Advin. I think even Advin is aware that when it comes to aim, he's not exactly the sharpest player, but the Deagles are doing a bit of damage, Dinko. A little bit of aggression from beyond. I wish we saw this earlier on, instead of kind of like this standard setups where ViCi just been tearing them apart. But 3v4, almost a 3v2 if you ask me, looking at health for QQ and Jam Young, but Advin's still alive, Dinko, and that's the scare.
Well, that's a bit of a turnaround from beyond, and letting loose, getting themselves into position where they might be able to pick up this round. Now, I'm not gonna say this is a round that you can be particularly happy with if you're beyond in terms of how you're winning these rounds, but you desperately need to win rounds in this first half. Now you're getting into the late stages, and QQ's position, I feel like he's gonna get one here. He's got a good spot for it, and he's gonna hit the shots on the Advent. Damage is being done, and there's the kill. He could get all three. What? Huge play from QQ. What a round from him, and that's 4 on the board for Beyond.
Like a berserker, yeah, well, like a berserker Viking standing in the flames. Oh boy, that was tasty.
He's back. QQ God. I mean, that's the problem, right? He's taking QQ God out of his name, and he's just QQ. Now he's started to find his form again. Just the last second before the last tick hits him, gets that last shot off. ViCi, terrible approach to the B-bombs, I have to say, but nonetheless, good round from Beyond, or in particular, QQ.
Yeah, QQ. And also, again, we spoke about trying to throw a curveball, trying to be unpredictable, trying to be a little bit more aggressive. There you go. I know you did it with the Deagles. It did rely a lot on the individual heroics at the end of the day. But if you have the individuals, at least try and make that work. Because clearly, your CD side protocol is not exactly... It's not the best. You are clearly struggling here against what ViCi is throwing at you. So mix it up. I wish they'd done this earlier. And it's kind of crazy that in the penultimate round of the first half, Dinko, is this the first or the second time we're seeing Olivia with an AWP? Because it looks like the
second
money,
time, right?
Second time, yeah. Because the money has just been garbage this entire half.
Oh, it has. It's been put in the bin because of the back and forth established at the start of this map. The rounds being won, the Glock rounds being lost. These are just rounds you cannot afford to have at the start of a half if you're on the CT side. That economy game is so incredibly important, especially if you're the underdog in the matchup. And what QQ, he previously had a massive round. He's going to try and do it again here. Zolkin going down. QQ will fall after one single kill. And ViCi are doing a good job at winning these trades. But Olivia, he's on the off. He's hungry for the round win. And he's going to go over the top. And no scope. Oh, a third kill. What a play from Olivia. 4 kills. And a round delivered for Beyond. They desperately need them in this first half. And Olivia stepping up with a hero performance. It's a string of hero plays from the teammates now as well. QQ getting a 4K in the previous round. Olivia with the AWP getting a 4K in this one. They need everything they can get. And this is making a meal out of the first half at least.
Absolutely. Olivia waking up. That's a win condition.
Oh, it's just confident. Jumps over the top. No scope. Drops back. Repositions for short. Easy kills.
Kaze who?
Give me them all. Olivia probably has looked better in this tournament than he did in the previous one on an individual level, right? What I was talking about yesterday was the fact the only thing that was kind of lacking was his clutch ability. Look at that. Last 2 days now, he's won an incredible clutch in the previous round. Such an MVP performance in this one. Oh, he's so sick now. This is Olivia hitting his peak form. At least in this tournament. Oh, QQ. Oh, what 3 kills? That's huge from QQ.
Late resurgence, but it is happening. They don't expect the third player, and it's all on Kaze, looking to recreate what Olivia did earlier. I think is aware there's a player nearby. SDK just jiggle peeking, but Kaze is so damn good. And here we go, Dinko. Kaze 1v1 versus Olivia. AWP versus AWP. the Malaysian
so
Wonder
smart.
Kid versus the Thai genius.
No,
And Kazi's
no,
looking
no,
the wrong way,
no.
and he's been spotted out. Olivia, slow, patient, and despite a 3K from Kazi, a little bit of a BM shot as well. I love it. Oh, don't go for it. Oh, he's going for another one. Olivia's like, you think you're good with the op? You think you're good with the op? You think you're good with the op? Well, there you go. Beyond. Fired up. I like this. A little bit of life at the end. And we're going to end the half 9-6, considering how lopsided it looked at one point.
Yeah, well, we said we'd be surprised if they don't get 10 rounds, and ViCi, well, they don't get 10 rounds. You surprised, Blair?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so am I. I
mean,
mean, that was a terrible half from Beyond throughout the start, right? Wasn't fantastic from ViCi. A lot of mistakes definitely coming through from them, but it was definitely better from ViCi. Beyond looked a little uncomfortable. And to be fair, the only reasons they do win rounds in this first half is off the back of huge individual performances. But like I said, that's all that matters at this point. They needed to salvage the half, and they got it done. Olivia with an incredible resurgence towards the end of the half. As soon as they got that AWP in his hands, god damn, he was looking good. QQ as well, you know, he's been one of the players I've been critical of in this tournament so far, because I do feel like he has been a bit of a liability to Beyond in terms of those early rounds, and he has had two maps that I've been impressed with now. This one and a previous couple of series ago. But Jam Young, oh, he's down straight away. KTZ was so ready for that. And he spotted the player running back short as well.
Oh, man, very lucky to get out of there alive. He's kind of isolated on the bomb site. But Beyond not going to press matters towards B. They're going to be heading slowly back towards A bomb site. I think ViCi have realized that. They have Kaze waiting P2K in hand. He's got Zoking as well to help him out, the hero of the first pistol half. Kaze spots out a player towards long. Trying to force him to face. He's got a smoke. Trying to delay them, spots a lot of players, and the rotation should be coming in. Kazi's still waiting for the flank from long, but this is great work from Beyond. They've snuck their way in, and the Glocks are going to come swarming onto the bomb side. QQ, Olivia, and they're all dead. In a span of 2 seconds, everyone on the VG side gets taken down, and Beyond. It was, I mean, where did this come from? 7-9, just 2 rounds away from tying things up, and considering VG are going to go for the force buy, if they can survive this force buy and they win the following eco round, they're going to tie things up, Dinko, and then it's anyone's map.
Oh, it is. And this is going to be very impressive if Beyond can pull it all the way back, because honestly, it's kind of funny how people in chat, if you've been following it over the past couple of days,
Like that. It do be like that, Dinko. But right now, what we're seeing is Beyond starting to wake up. What we're seeing is Beyond realizing, hey, guys, we lose this series, there's no chance of us making the playoffs. That could, I feel like that would probably break this team. Like, there are going to be changes. 100%. So, in order to stave that off, and even if they win this, there's no guarantee. That's a scary thing. There's no guarantee. The hit's going to be coming in towards B. And one man holds. It is the captain himself. Advent, 8-50 in hand. Finds one, Dinko. Looking for more. Almost gets a second kill as well. He dinks down Olivia. Look at how low they are. Jam Young. 3 bullets, 3 kills. Very possible. 30 seconds on the bomb timer. 1 down. Galil retrieved. Things can get scarier, but he's not aware of what we are. Dinko, he doesn't know how low QQ is, how low Olivia is, and he's gonna kind of fade away from this fight. Can't really blame him. He's got that Kevlar helmet. The Galil can come in real handy, but Beyond, gotta get to round number 8. And if they play the cards right, if they don't make too many mistakes, they're gonna tie things up in the next couple of minutes.
yeah, I think they should be. I think at this point, Beyond have just kind of had this purple patch of form that ViCi haven't been able to break. I do feel like, even though Kaze has had some rounds where he's getting some kills, and Jam Young the same, it does feel like they're not really at their level right now. You know, they're good enough players. They're so sick. So even when they're underperforming and they're not quite hitting the heights we know they're capable of, they're still going to get enough kills that makes it look like the average player. But that's not what you expect from Jam Young and Kaze, because they're not the average player. And that's what we expect more from them. And right now, probably not exactly the performances we'd want from them. if they haven't really had any game-changing moments. I think Jam Young has had that one Glock round, obviously, but that was more the mistake of Beyond that let him get behind. But for the most part, we haven't seen any of those Olivia rounds from ViCi yet, right? You haven't seen those big 4Ks, flashy kills coming in and taking over the server alone. And that's kind of what you expect from Kaze and Jam Young, and it hasn't really played out that way, unfortunately.
Yeah, it has seemed more like a team effort, though. It's looked... Oh,
yeah, but it's fallen flat now. They need some sort of hero play to step up, but Olivia's going to walk around the back. He knows the player's up there. And clear heaven. Now confirms that Advent has indeed moved towards Bank, and he's gone around the corner again. Advent just getting away, but here comes the kill for Olivia.
I'm scared.
Hello, Almond. It's like, how? Your Advent just walked up there. How has this happened? But yeah, the beat bomb site completely taken. Kaze's in towards Connector. This round's done. 9-9, tied up. This is very impressive from Beyond. I mean, this was 9-3 at one point.
Even more impressive for me is the way... is like how ViCi haven't been able to, well, do anything there, right? Like, you saw that flank coming in with the MAC-10 protocol to right. At least an AK retrieve by Zoking. That's something that they could try and work with. You know, you want to hold on to the AK-47, especially with Zoking just raw aim. I feel like it could come in handy. It does have that one-tap potential compared to, let's say, an AUG or an M4A4. Kaze trying to be sneaky. He should be checked here. He should be checked if they do creep up. But a solid round from Beyond. I don't see them losing any more players. Yeah, they're not really going for the hunt. And they lose the one AK-47, but that's okay. Scores have been tied up, and it was 9-3 for ViCi. And now it's been 6 rounds in a row, Dinko. That's pretty impressive from Beyond. I really felt like they were out of this. Like, they're just going to let this map go and then try and come back on map number 2 and 3. But they are not going to go down without a fight. Because reminding all of the viewers, once again, for those of you who probably missed the pre-match segment, this is a must-win game for Beyond. If they lose this series, they're out of the tournament. They're not going to be qualifying for the playoffs for next week. And even if they win this, there's no 100% guarantee either. But yeah, a must-win for sure for the Thai side. There's going to be a fast play taking place towards long. A bit of some nade damage, but they're wasting no time. 4 players is gathering up together. A death ball of AK-47s heading straight towards long. And Zoking's going to spot this one out, Dinko.
He's got a good angle here as well. They're going to start coming around the corner. He's looking away from the flashback. Oh, he's giving away that he's here. Mayrolls can just preemptively fire towards his head. And Zoking goes down without a single kill. Not the start ViCi would have been looking for.
Kaze, though, he's got his weapon of choice. And we all know what he can do on the CD side of this map with the AWP. Ash going to be going up high for his teammate to peek with, and it's going to be Almond. Goes to the peak, doesn't find anyone. Almond, should be careful. The timing is atrocious. Now it's all on Kaze. Backup is arriving, but it's a 3v5. 45 seconds, they're going to come walking up in. Kaze now finds one, finds a second kill, looking for more. As Aztec is going to find another kill, and there's too many players for Kaze to find. Jam Young able to get one kill in the 1v3, but it's not going to be good enough. Dinko, what's happening? I'll tell you what's happening. Beyond's winning. They're winning right now. They're in the lead, 10-9. How did this even happen? They even lost a full buy round with 5 rifles and a full 5 belts of utility to Glocks, to 5 Glocks. And even despite that round, they're in the lead right now, Dinko. I don't know.
Well, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. Yeah. How can you look so... Wait, we talk about Beyond, right? We talk about how they drop off map to map. How the hell have ViCi started this tournament looking like gods and come to this point? This is ridiculous. Advent's going to throw the smoke down. STK just walking up, taking him down, the in-game leader out of it. And now it's going to be Zoking crumbling as well. Beyond 11-9 up. On overpass.
You can even see the confidence. You can even see the confidence in that round. Like, they knew it was going to be maybe a half buy, a forced buy, and especially in a round like that, you don't want to. Ooh, nice shot. I'll say there, but yeah, you're not. You want to play that smart, right? You want to play that like a proper anti-eco or anti-force buy. Instead of like whole W rush B, just mowed them down, just ran in, no F's given, and just completely took everyone down. Just to 1 casualty, 11-9. Money looking fantastic. For 4 of the players, Meryl's the only one who's kind of broke, but that's okay when the rest of the teammates have like $8,000 apiece. And ViCi now trailing by 2 rounds. This is shocking.
Oh, this is truly awful from ViCi. 9-3. That they're now 11-9 down. How has this played out this way? Kaze, time to just reignite the fires of ViCi. Advent's gonna get one. Kaze with the second kill. Good start for ViCi, and they hold on to it. They're gonna get away, and that's the start they'd be looking for. This should be enough to win the round now. We'll see if they can pull it off, though, as Beyond turn up on the B-bomb side. They've got a 3 versus 5 here if they go in towards the side of the map. And Kaze, it's going to be an easy kill. He's got 1 kill onto May rolls. He's looking for another one. It's Jam Young, actually, who'll pick off STK. And that is more like it from ViCi.
That's clear. Oh, Almond.
Trying to get fired up. I like this. ViCi need that. They need some sort of fire in their belly, because right now they have gone flat. And while Beyond, they still have a buy coming into this. They're still going to be feeling, in control. They're just going to say to each other, okay, now that's a little bit of a hiccup. Let's focus up, get this next one under the belt. Just break any potential momentum or confidence that ViCi can pick up.
Also, I feel like Kaze is too nice a guy to like do any BM. I don't think if you've ever spoken to him, he's like super reserved, super quiet, super polite, a sweetheart. He's such a nice guy. And so Almond's like, "Oh, you're not gonna shoot his body? I'll do it for you, bro." Ooh, Almond, the cheeky boost. That's a danger man taken out of the equation very early on.
This is what I like to see from ViCi. A little bit of innovation, a little bit of a gimmick coming through, right? Couple of boosts across the map. Overpass is a map that delivers itself to teams that put practice in on the server. ViCi are that team. They're the team we talk about all the time, putting the most preparation in. This is where they're going to see the advantages. This is where they're going to see the rewards, is if they actually pull boosts off, if they go and do different things, innovate on the map. I know it's not really innovative in any other region, but right now it's perfect for Asia. And well, it's going to work out. Jam Young taking QQ away. Oh, God, Advent. Get out of that. He's been taken down to 6 HP. Ain't is he not too far off getting that spam kill? That really does feel like Beyond have to make an individual play here, Blah. This is...
They do. The good thing is no one's really slacking, I feel like, on the side, apart from Merrill, who had a pretty quiet first half. Yeah, he's kind of struggling here. 6 kills for him. But if he manages to kind of thread the needle here, this could be great timing. He hears a player jumping. Oh, he's crept up. This is brilliant from Merrill's. But that's as far as it'll go. Zoking turns around. And Merrill, unfortunately, caught looking the wrong direction. This one's done. This round's done. ViCi going to be tying things up. It got a little worrying, Dinko, but they seem to have woken up at the right time. Still, money very solid for Beyond. They're going to be able to go for a buy. STK spots out the player. Flashbang out, and they peek with the flash. Brilliantly done by Kaze and Zoking there. Well, even Stevens. Money is good enough for the buy. Merrill, unfortunately, will have to probably make do with the Deagle. Kevlar at least purchase a little bit of extra utility, because that is clearly going to be lacking for the side. And yeah, I love this opening kills.
That's so good.
Yeah, the re-aggression. Lovely stuff.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, right, they get that initial aggression kill on the boost, right? They get their opening kill. They find the follow-up from Jam Young's other gimmicky boost position. But once they get those advantages, they don't really go for more. And that's what I like, because they've done enough to win the round. Now they just need to hold on and hold the advantages. And while another good start this time for ViCi, another opening kill their way. And it feels like Beyond probably starting to get a little bit pressured. Now they're going to try and take Kaze down, and STK is going to manage it. You won't find Kaze through the smoke.
Kaze's having a pretty solid game so far, despite how close the scoreline is. He's on 20 kills. It's not like the rest of his team's like individually struggling. It's just that a few of the rounds that slipped away was kind of shocking. V4. As it slowed down a little bit, have Beyond. Look like they are very much heading towards his A-bomb side. This aggressive hold from Zoking. Oh, the flash is good. They don't spot him, but he sees a shadow. Dinko is going to find one. Almond joins the fray to get a kill for himself as well. And now Olivia, he misses the shot. He knew exactly where he was, but Almond decapitates him. And now KNTZ left alone. It's a 1v3. He's got the bomb. He's got the time. But there's no escape route. He heads to his connector. There's already a player waiting for him. Jam Young, the one player you don't want to face, has already got that exit covered. So he just has to head on to the site, but the 2 players to find, it's not going to be easy. Advent is gonna, well, it's going to be Almond is actually going to get the kill, but there was no way he's going to win that duel. 12-11, ViCi, they're back into the game somehow.
Yeah, that is exactly the kind of run that you needed a couple rounds previous, right? It's just a clean win where Kaze gets that opening kill. They've been playing this well in terms of just setting Kaze up, keeping him all over the map. He's been at B, he's been at middle, he's just everywhere. And if it's not Kaze getting the opening kill, they've got a boost ready for Alman to pick it off, right? It's ViCi searching for the opening pick. And now they've done that, they've been able to set the pace. They've been able to set the tone of this map. And that's something that Overpass delivers on. You know, the CT side, you can actually dictate the pace. And you can't really do that anywhere else, right? This is one of the maps that allows you to do that the most.
Indeed.
You can go for these boosts, you can go for the aggression, you can get those early kills and stop Beyond in their tracks. And I feel like that was exactly what ViCi needed, because at one point on this T side, Beyond were in full control, complete control. They were dominating every early battle, they were doing whatever they wanted. ViCi were just sitting passive and letting them do it. So now, ViCi have taken the fight to Beyond, really getting comfortable in having aggression, and it's been working out for ViCi. Not exactly, I wasn't a fan of Kaze peeking out towards middle there early on, but he's so good. But he fully committed to middle there, and that kind of shows to me a little bit that they might not have a great read of what's going on right now. It is going to be just pistols out for Beyond.
Yeah, that could have been a little scary, but he does fall away. What surprised me was for ViCi, look, the first half 9-6, look, 9 rounds on a T side is still great. Good resurgence from Beyond, but I didn't expect it'd be enough. And just how tepid a start that they had on the CT side as, ooh, Kaze, he reads it to perfection, Dinko. They're not going to allow these pistols to swarm the bomb site. Great Molotov as well, Zoking with a little bit of re-aggression, and they're just getting picked apart by the Zoking-Kaze combo. Nothing they can do unless KNTZ and Meryl just pops off with the deagles, which they're good, but yeah, this is flawless. Clean round. Oh, even Advent's pissed off. Okay. All right. Beyond, they've poked the sleeping dragon, Dinko.
They have. And ViCi just kind of realized, well, come on, guys. This is ridiculous. This was absolutely ridiculous. We're getting absolutely bind out. This was 9-3. Oh, I would let this happen. And luckily, they've been able to step up. 4 rounds in a row now for ViCi Gaming. It has been quite dominant over the last couple. And Beyond will be back in with a rifle.
Zoking, they didn't waste any time. The call immediately was rush B. And they even had a player flanking. Okay. Okay, Jam Young. All right. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Advent getting found out by QQ. It's going to ensure Beyond. They're not quite done yet as well. They realize, again, reminding everyone, for ViCi, this isn't really a high-stakes game, apart from the fact that they wouldn't want to face Tyloo early on, so they want to get as many wins as possible under the belt before they're done with the group stage. It's pretty much a shoe-in for the playoffs. But for Beyond, if they lose a series, it's a GG, well played. They're out of here. They're not going to qualify. So everything on the line for Beyond. So whatever they have, whatever tricks they have, whatever levels of Super Saiyan brilliancy they can just kind of bring out from their bodies and their minds, it needs to happen here. And it's a very tough opponent. So it's never going to be easy. But at least if they're going to go down Dinko, they're going to go down swinging. And you know what? I'm okay with that. If they go down, that is. I'm being too much of a naysayer. Don't want to be that.
No, the crazy thing about this game, Blair, is coming into this match, neither of these teams are safe, right? That's the scary thing for this matchup. ViCi losing the checkmate yesterday, that kind of throws them out into the Wild West, right? To get this one against Beyond, they feel much more comfortable. I think that should be enough. But ViCi don't want to have to be fighting this late into the group stages to stay alive, just stay afloat. STK is going to get rid of Kaze. 4v4, 50 seconds left, and now, well, ViCi, they're going to be holding on to the site. Now Beyond starting to move forward, up through middle. STK going to go down, Zoking with a headshot. And now 3 versus 3 intact. Olivia has pulled 1 kill back. And Zoking, he's tapped in the Molotov. Olivia's going to take him as well. And it's a 2 versus 3. Beyond charging into the A-bomb site, and they're winning every single fight. It's 13-13 unless Jam Young can pull off a 1v3 clutch. They know exactly where he is. He needs to move forward and get this first kill on the Mayrolls. It's not going to work out for him. He's Molotov back. He's done in this round. It's going to be a 13th round for Beyond. They tie things up again. Jam Young is hoping that they chase after him, hoping that he's dropped into the site. And there's a chance, but doesn't win it against KNTZ. 13-13, tied up on the server once more. And Beyond are showing grit tenacity to stay afloat here on the T side.
Staying afloat. That was such a good read from Olivia. Just I love this read. It might just reposition. He hears. I think the bottle from the incendiary. It hit Zoking, or he heard the lick of the flame, and boom, instantly takes him down through the smoke. Great stuff from Olivia. Showing that it's not exactly a one-trick pony. It's not just about the aim. The guy's got the brains to back it up as well. The best player from his country. Starting to wake up. He hasn't had a bad game at all. I think everyone's been pretty even all across for the Thai side, apart from Merrill, who's had a rough day in the office. But apart from that, STK, QQ, KNTZ ably supporting their star player. 13 all. If they're able to win this round, Dinko, they could break it, but Kaze, flick of the wrist. And Merrill's, well, he's gonna go the way of the French monarchy back in the revolution. It's Kaze, he's looking for more. Smokes off short. I'm not a big fan of him sticking around there too long. And he's gonna do a smart thing, fall on back. The problem here is Zoking's isolated, Dinko. But he's ready. He's ready. He reads the timing to perfection. SDK just comes walking up. He's like, well, there's no one nearby. They can't have left anyone towards connector. And Zoking's like, surprise, I'm here. And he gets another kill. And now it's the 5v3. The hit's going to be coming in towards B. They're trying to go for the contact play. KNTZ might be able to catch a player, but a sound made by Advent. He gets the kill. Advent finds both. And now QQ's left alone, Tinko. The bomb's dropped in front of Monster. And the round's done. QQ just going to hold on to this AK-47. At least they can go for another buy, maybe. Merrill can drop, Olivia can buy for himself, and KNTZ can probably purchase as well. So yeah, this save is going to be imperative for Beyond. Has he lagged out?
He's timed out.
Oh, well, at least, as long as he doesn't, like, leave the server before the time expires, he should have the AK, I guess.
Come on, you can do it. I think you probably keep him on the server until the next round. Please. Come on.
Boom, he's there. Yeah, we good.
He made it.
Whew.
Woo. He could time out now. He could completely disappear. He can poof into thin air.
There we go.
We have match medic, so
I can hear some typing in the chat. Yeah, he's definitely disconnected, but
yeah.
Good timing. Good timing.
Good timing indeed. Well, Kaze, another 6-shot coming in from him. Another good opening kill to the round. They desperately needed it, and they've got it under their belt. Advent, I mean, he has been pretty sick. He has had a couple of moments here where he's looked pretty good.
Advent saved his teammate there. Like, he made a little bit of noise, right? Or else, who was it? I think it was Almond over there. He would have been taken out. And, yeah, Advent. He has put in them deathmatch hours as we have Droney McDroneface joining
He's
us.
back. He hasn't been here for a very long time, Blood, but he's returned.
He has returned, and he's returned with KNTZ, the photographer. 7 flashbang grenades used, which is kind of less, to be honest.
This is the player we're highlighting for the fact that his flashbangs are being thrown, and he's thrown 7. Kind of shows how questionable utility usage is.
16 smokes, though, 12 Molotov. So he's made up with it for other things. 17 kills for him. I actually want to take a look at the scoreboard, if possible, PGL. So I just want to see like if there's anyone kind of slacking. I know Merrill's has had a pretty terrible day.
Yep. Very terrible tournament, to be honest. He has been really inconsistent. I think he's had 1 or 2 good maps, but
he has. But he's someone you look forward to. Oh, there we go. We have a scoreboard there. So
21.
I like the kill spread for everyone else. So 17, 16, 17 for Olivia, SDK, and KNTZ. And
Kuku's pretty similar as well.
Yeah, he was 16 to 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he's 19 and 19. He's top fragging right now.
That's impressive. Someone we always point out kind of being the weakling of being too up and down for the side of Beyond. But yeah, he's had a good game. All the way waiting for him to reconnect. For the side of ViCi, Zoking and Kaze sitting on top pretty. 50... Actually, no, sorry, 45 kills between the 2 of them. Almond, Jamyong having a comparatively quieter game. When I say quiet game, he's still on 17 kills. And Advent at 14. Man, Advent's been having a pretty solid game so far. I'm pretty happy for him.
He has been, and if you think back to some of even the spray transfers that he was able to pull off, he had some nutty rounds from Advent. That's not exactly what you expect or test to this player. So I'm looking forward to seeing him continue this coming into the last few rounds of regulation, at least here. Beyond will be fighting for the win in regulation. They'll need 3 rounds in a row. ViCi need 2 to close overpass and send us on to map number 2. the confident win under their belt. Well, not so much confident. This hasn't been the cleanest of Counter-Strike from either team, but a win nonetheless is exactly what you would want. And Mayrolls, whoa, he's been chunked down to 48. Now, that is not the start that Mayrolls would have been hoping for. Things are going bad to worse for Mayrolls right now. We'll see if he can redeem himself in this round and find a kill at least.
He's just been, it's been bad luck, some rough duels, and on the time. Oh my lord, the timing is perfect. The nade's not going to find anything, and Almond, if it was just 1 or 2 players, he would have got the kill. He sees three, and he does a smart thing. He falls on back. They're still going to go for a cheeky boost here, Dinko, on top of the smoke towards sandbags, but the play, it's towards A. The bomb's all the way near T-spawn. Someone's got to retrieve it, and I think the job is QQ. She's going to be heading on back. That's going to delay the push. Now, Beyond have quite a bit of map control to work with. They have control of long, and so Almond, well, I feel bad for Mayrolls at this point. It's just having nothing going his way. Almond spotted a player towards the entrance off connector as well. And this should be the tell. Kaze op out. Goes for a little bit of a wide swing. There's a player very up close. Olivia, he knows where Kaze is. You can hear a player coming up to his dumpster as well. But he has no idea where Zoking is lying in wait.
Oh, it's going to be Olivia with a good kill. Almond going down early on into the round. And now 4v4. Kaze holding on. He's overrun. Zoking trying his best. Gets a double kill on the M4. And Olivia is going to fight back. But again, he is required to do everything for this Beyond team. Sprints to the bomb site. 15 seconds. Has to commit to the plant. They're going to overrun him. He goes for the kill. But it's Advent who comes on in. And it's the BM as well. 15-13 for ViCi. No bomb plant, which means no extra cash. And that means there's going to be a pretty terrible buy coming up here for Beyond, and it's unfortunately the buy that they have to use to try and stay alive here on Overpass. I think ViCi have done enough, but I think they've done enough now to take Overpass over the line. It has been a pretty scrappy game of Counter-Strike from the offset, right? We've just seen crazy rounds throughout the first few. We've seen a full Glock round. We got your Asian CS clip of the day. 4 rounds deep. Like that's nuts.
I honestly wanted a good clip, like, you know, we have those crazy spray transfers or something cool. Instead, we saw a team losing to 5 blocks, which is unfortunate, Dinka.
It is unfortunate, but that is the way it goes here in the land of Asian Counter-Strike. Either you get some incredible mechanical skill on display, or you get that.
Or you get that. Oh, sometimes you get the good stuff, sometimes you get the bad stuff. That was unfortunately the bad stuff.
Excruciatingly bad stuff.
Yeah. As you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, it was that round number 4 where Beyond lost to 5 Glocks. Well, imagine if that round hadn't happened. Imagine what the scoreline could be in here. Like,
yeah,
in a parallel universe, if Beyond hadn't lost to 5 Glocks, they'd probably be in a driver's seat. It would probably be 15-13 for the Thai side.
But then again, you got to ask up the other questions if we're talking about, you know, smaller entities of the rounds. How many of these clutches, how many individual plays? Beyond want to piss around on their own, you have to remember as well.
Why is SDK so far ahead of everyone else? The spacing was so off.
Yeah, it's off in this approach. And well, Jam Young, oh, he's not got anything. How does Jam Young not get a single kill there? Advent and Almond shutting it down. 16-13. It's ViCi that take away map number 1. It is their map pick. I think they'll be happy enough getting it over.